Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere, and even earn money. We like that. All in one place for totally free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your cellular telephone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else, those other places that podcasts are heard.
Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free, zero catch. We've been using it ever since we started How Long Gone. And ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel like having the option of turning off the Q&As and the polls on the user dashboard has really helped boost my creativity and take it to another level. I highly recommend giving it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
What's up, bro? Just another fucking monstrous scorcher here in the Big Apple. How are you?
Pretty sweaty. I just got home from the gym like 4 minutes ago.
I love when you work out.
Don't know where I put my phone, so I'm going blind right now. I'm eating a banana.
That's good. Potassium's going to help with that cramping. I just was on the phone with a friend of the show, Jacob Price, and he was telling me, he was flexing on me, Jason, saying he's got the plug at Hillstone.
Hillstone? The church or the restaurant?
The restaurant.
What kind of plug are we talking about? Also, you said friend of a show, but I don't know if I know this.
You don't know him. He's a friend of ours. He works at Public Announcements sometimes. He's a friend of mine from LA.
Jacob Price?
Young cat. Yeah, but he was telling me, he was like, bro, I basically like...
How young?
He basically knew someone who worked there in high school when he was in high school, and they worked their way up, and now it's like she's like in corporate, and he can text when we need the table.
Oh, really?
I'm just excited by that because I'm looking to have a shrimp cocktail in an ATL. So
we got to go to the ATL. Well, obviously there's Houston's, depending on where you're at.
Houston's is Hillstone. Hillstone owns Houston's, and now they're changing the names to Hillstone all around.
Well, I'm letting you know. Well, Hillstone is the restaurant group that manages Hillstone, Houston's, Bandera, East Hampton Grill, R&D Kitchen, South Beverly Grill.
I know about those, but what is Bandera? Like Antonio?
You don't know about Bandera? Actually, a friend of the show, Nicole Rucker, the famous pie maker here in LA, the key lime pie that you love so much, right?
Yeah, I don't know her pie. I mean, I know Nicole, but I'm no friend of pie. I apologize.
We've eaten her pies together at her restaurant.
The pie is hot. The key lime pie, it makes me cry. It's so good.
Don't act like you haven't had the key lime pie before, Chris. It's fine. Admit your sins. You've cleaned yourself. You're good to go. 10 Hail Marys, 10,
You're right.
10 goblet squats.
You're right. So what, did Nicole cut her teeth at Banderas?
So Bandera is the south of the border version of Houston.
I had a feeling from the name that might be something.
Well, that's very intuitive of you and very insightful of you. So it's also home of the Flying Chicken. Have you ever been to a restaurant where it's almost a little bit like theater of the kitchen? You know what I mean?
Are you saying the wait staff is also performing like a little bit, or
there's like a series of ropes and pulleys that they use, but no, they have like a big rotisserie chicken spit kind of thing, but instead of in the back of the restaurant, it's probably like a feature. It's probably like in some glass box. But there's one. Guess where there's one? Corona Del Mar, California.
No, who would have thought?
Okay, so there's also one in Brentwood. That's the one that Nicole likes to go to.
Now, okay, so.
But it's just the same thing as the Houston's, but it has a little more con sabor.
But is it like a Applebee's style fajitas kind of situation, or like would you go there with your girls?
I mean it's literally just like Houston's, but like you can literally just go there and get some ribs just like Houston's, or a cheeseburger just like Houston's. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it is just Houston's. Look at the menu. They're in a damn Mexican thing on this bitch. They got margaritas, of course, but like
if you can't get a skinny girl
rotisserie chicken, some filet with a Caesar, some grilled artichokes. This is white people food. This is goddamn white people food.
How are you
This
going to
is
say?
bullshit.
How are you? I mean, how are you going to call it banderas and then what? I mean,
Bro.
that seems like false advertising from the Hillstone Group. And no shots at the Hillstone Group. We love you.
No shots. But when your locations are Brentwood, Chicago, Corona Del Mar, and Scottsdale,
Good point.
you kind of have to pander to Whitey a lot more
Yeah,
than you might have to
Scott.
in a different market.
So the Scottsdale location, is it just like hot dogs, or do they have other? They have other stuff on the menu. They got other stuff on the menu as well. There,
They got chips, no salsa, too spicy, just dry chips.
we got dry chips and ice water and hot dogs here
Bro, too spicy.
on the menu. Damn, that sounds delicious. We'll have to hit next time I'm in Scottsdale. You know, playing a round of 18 with the fellas. I'll make sure to hit Banderas for some chips. I'll be hitting Jacob for the plug for that 8 p.m. Friday night reservation at the Houston's on Peachtree. You may know that from not Hooters on Peachtree, not to be confused
No.
with Hooters on Peachtree. Houston's on Peachtree because the valet is looking like F9 over there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to pull up.
Okay. Well, the valet at the Bandera in Brentwood is a bit of a película itself, Chris.
I'm sure it is.
It's not a competition.
It's weird because the one in Scottsdale, it's Hummer parking only for some reason. So I don't know how.
But no, it's Hummer golf cart.
Yes,
parking
yeah,
only.
yeah. I got rims
It's a
on
small
the
difference, but it's a big difference.
on the Hummer golf cart. But yeah, so I mean, I've been out to dinner every night, Jason. My social calendar is absolutely slam packed.
Well, I want to learn a little bit about that with your fat ass. Where you eating at? Because I've been eating a very meager existence.
Well, that's because
I'm in my solo cocoon.
I know.
I mean, I'm not eating. I ate a spinach salad yesterday.
Jesus, are you okay?
of
Was there
fish.
fruit on it? Jesus Christ.
No,
Do I need to do a mental health? Do I need to do a welfare check?
Nah, bro, I'm eating good.
Hello, 911. This is Chris Black from the podcast How Long Gone. My partner, he did put fruit in his salad tonight. I'm a little worried about him. If you could,
I would never.
if you could go check on him.
Salad.
I went
Not even a tomato.
Sunday night. Fuck tomatoes. Sunday night, I went to ABCV, which we've dined at when we met a friend of the show and friend of Epstein's, Bill Clinton.
Former President Bill S. Clinton III. We linked and built with him, and that's that photo of you on my Instagram.
My favorite saxophone player. But no, I
Top 3 for me.
went to ABCV with friend of the show Benjamin Edgar, and had a delicious meal. They switched the menu up. There were some incredible beets, but they also did this kind of a fried eggplant, but like Thai style, where it's like wrapped in lettuce and then covered with herbs. That was
Okay.
buongiorno, and there was a
An egg, okay. Oh, your Thai accent is amazing. So there's a
thank
little
you.
bit of an eggplant larb or something like that. Was he able to find a mock crudo in this all vegetable establishment?
Ben, being the sweetheart that he is at a restaurant like that, let me do the ordering. But the cauliflower was great. But they had this bread. They had this corn focaccia with a nori butter. That was.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Yeah, yeah.
Corn focaccia.
Yeah, you ain't heard those words together, have you, Chief? A corn focaccia with like a nori butter and olive oil that was absolutely through the roof.
Corn focaccia with nori butter. That, I mean, that you want to talk about a collab? That's like Normani and Cardi B.
Dog.
It's like explosivo.
That's like the.
Those are a lot of flavors going on.
That's like the hundreds doing a Nike SB. That's different.
All right. Well, it's not that big. Pump the brakes a little bit, Chief. Pump the
I'm
brakes.
sorry. I'll go back to StockX in a second. But it was delicious. And then last night with friend of the show Jacob Gallagher at Loring Place, which is a little restaurant in the West Village that I like quite a lot.
Loring Place?
Yeah. It's you know the chef. It's
What kind of name is Loring?
bitch, I don't know. They name stuff funny here. You know that. You know that. Brooklyn Heights? Think about that. That sounds crazy.
You went to Brooklyn?
No, hell no. I'm just kidding. I would never.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at Loring Place, their splash page, a giant 2-letter, speaking of initials, LP. It looks like a tostada is their hero image covered in radishes. Come on, guys. It's 2021. We're done with radishes.
I had delicious radish. I dipped it into a hummus. Their hummus was exquisite. Nice salad.
You said an incredible beet was eaten at ABCV and a delicious radish at
That's
Loring
right.
Place.
Yeah. You could take
Beet has never been incredible.
you take me to any restaurant and I'm eating like Bugs Bunny. You know what I mean? I'm not going, you can get your little burger and fries and bone marrow and martini, little fat ass shit, but like I'm still gonna keep it tight. And then
it's funny to me that you're so anti-tomato, one of the most commonly consumed.
I'm not. Look
in the world.
Let me.
No, I make you a salad. There's a whole bowl full of little tomatoes brushed to the
little
side.
Tomatoes.
Like, you think I ain't watching?
Little tomatoes. You can put.
But then a beet.
Oh yeah.
Incredible, you say.
Well,
most people will be hating on a beet.
That's because most people ain't me, and that's the problem.
Built different. Okay.
Exactly. But then tonight I'm gonna hopefully go meet Jeff Hendrickson's baby, and then hit ABCV. I'm going to the ABC. I'm trying to do the hat trick ABC.
It's all connected. So you're taking a tour, an award tour of every.
I'm on a world tour with Jean George, my man.
Vegetarian destination.
No, I'm going to. No.
Was Jean George my man? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
T, who are you? I'm pulling Jean George out of your ass out of nowhere.
Don't expect less from me.
I like what New York has done to you.
Thank you.
Wrong.
ABC Cochina is one of my. I think it's the sleeper of the trio. The Mexican offshoot.
That's your bandera, is what you're saying.
That's my bandera, but they do have guacamole there, so I'm at least taken care of in that sense.
Well, we have so much more inanimate food conversation to speak about, but we do have to introduce our guest today.
Big AP, and we ain't talking about my wrist. You know what I'm saying? You guys probably know American actor Adam Pally, for being the same age as me but having like 15 kids. I watched his television show Happy Endings, which was kind of like a cult classic.
Shout out to the ABC network.
On ABC, our friends at ABC. He was also on The Mindy Project, which of course I didn't watch, but I'm sure it was good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. He's just a weird, wacky cat. And I've always liked him a lot, and we were lucky enough, thanks to a friend of the show, David Cho, to bring it up.
Bitch, thanks to me, Adam Pally be following me on Twitter. What you mean? David Cho, don't give props where they ain't due.
David Cho is the one who linked us.
I'm kidding. He did.
We didn't have to do a cold DM.
Our assistant booker, David Cho, did help out with this. I'm not gonna take that away from David, and it's very nice that he also knows our coffee orders by heart now.
Okay, so let's have Adam on the show.
Let's have him on the show. He's gonna be funny. There's no better time to apply for life insurance because it's not just the temperatures that are rising. It's the life insurance rates. They're going fucking up, Jason, and we need to get in while the getting's good. Yeah,
there's a lot of climate change, but there's also a lot of changes going on in my body. I've got days to live, and thanks to Policy Genius, it makes it easy for you to compare your quotes from over a dozen top insurers all in one place. Why would you want to compare? Great question. If you want to save, 50% or more on your life insurance by comparing your quotes, you could do that. If you don't want to do that, I would call you a common fool. You could also save $1,300 or more per year on your life insurance by using Policy Genius. That's a brand new MacBook Pro.
Easily. And
lower model. It's not the fully juiced up one. You're going to have to buy some RAM.
No one really needs that like weird electronic bar anyway. The licensed experts at Policy Genius, they work for you like Jason works for me, not the insurance companies. So you can trust them to help you navigate every step of the shopping and buying process. That's the kind of service that has earned Policy Genius literally thousands of 5-star reviews, much like this podcast.
And a couple of ones, that's fine. And, getting started is very easy. All you have to do is go to policygenius.com. In a few minutes, you'll figure out how much life insurance you need for your life, depending on how little it is or how boss you are. If you're not doing well in life, obviously you won't need as much. When you're ready to apply, the team will then handle all the paperwork, all the scheduling for free. All you got to do is sign. There's no extra fees. There's no other side bullshit. There's no selling your data to other companies. So head to policygenius.com to get started right now.
Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
What's up, man? How you doing?
It's hot here. It's hot. You're in LA, right, Adam?
Yeah, I just landed, yeah.
Adam, I'm feeling your artwork there at your home. I didn't know you were such a tasteful guy. That looks, it's very nice.
It's a Rothko?
This is my home away from home, the Sunset Marquee.
I wouldn't take you for a Sunset Marquee guy, or is that a choice made by someone else?
No, I mean, you always kind of have a choice. I've just, for the last couple of years, I think this place is a little bit of a gem. Mm-hmm. They have these outback houses that are kind of cool and nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
those are very nice. Those are very nice.
And I don't know. I like the location because I don't have a car here anymore. I mean, I lived here for so long, and then you don't live here anymore, and you're kind of like, ooh, yeah, I'd like to stay at a fancy hotel, but it's much easier to stay like on La Cienega and Sunset.
So you staying there to get away from the wife and kids and all that? Or?
Oh yeah, this is purely a debaucherous solo Jim Morrison style stay at the Sunset Marquee.
Do not die on this podcast. That's all I ask of you, is that you don't die on this.
I came here. No, this is. I came here to write. No. I'm shooting something.
It's funny because Jason's home alone right now too. So if you guys got together, I feel like we could have a nice pool day at the Sunset Marquee. If you're not too busy.
Chris, we're busy working. We're busy working on our fucking art.
Yeah, man.
You're over here just chilling on the couch.
I like to think that an artist is always working, but I'm definitely down to have a little bit of a Hunter S. Thompson, Johnny Depp vibe.
I've been actively trying to get my hands on some ketamine lately, just for therapeutic purposes. Have you ever dabbled with that demon, Adam?
I have never rode that dragon. I'm like older than ketamine. You know what I mean? Like, also, I appreciate your soft focus.
Yeah. Well, my room is a mess.
But
I'm ass naked.
It seems like a label, like a way that I deal with the water. Like it's like I can't show the water I'm drinking today.
Yeah, no, it's we got to blur that out.
Yeah, what do they call that in the biz when you got to cover something?
You got to Greek it.
We just learned this last week on a shoot we were doing, and I'd never heard that term before. I knew what it was, but I didn't know there was a term.
I'm gonna guess that the term is not long for this world.
There's some racial implication.
It feels insensitive.
It's racially motivated. Yeah. There are those like terms that like, you know, are just like deeply ingrained in America that are so vile and horrible that you realize you're just like,
what's your top 5?
Please. Top 5. I don't know. Well, it's all Greek to me. Is like,
yeah,
really tough.
The Greek, they didn't get a whole lot of smoke compared to some of the other countries, you know?
No, but like now that we're looking back at these terms, you're just a little bit like,
I'm actually a pretty big friend to the Greek community, so I'm not going to really stand for this.
I am not. I don't know what I did.
I don't know. Look, they don't like me. I don't like them.
It's just kind of how it is.
Me and the Hankses don't get along.
Why did you move back to New York? Or why did you move to New York at all?
Well, I'm from the city. I was born and raised in Stuyvesant Town. So I feel like when you grow up there,
get a load of this guy.
Well, I feel like when you grow up there, you're a little bit like it's not as like scary. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And the idea of having children there wasn't terrifying to me. And 5 years ago, I did a play, and at the same time, my wife's father was getting ill. And I had just lost a parent, and it was like we kind of were like, is it possible to live in New York right now? And it wasn't, but we did anyway. And
the answer was no, and then we put all our stuff on a truck and we just made it work, you know?
Yeah, we made it work. But no, New York is I love New York, but it is definitely a conscious effort to live there. Like it takes a lot of effort to live there now.
Is it worth it?
I don't know. Is it worth it to be alive anywhere? I mean, LA's like riding into LA today. I was like, yikes! You know, a lot of empty. They got brick and mortar is not really thriving in LA. Everywhere sucks right now. So I don't know if it's worth it, but I think psychologically, I'll say for me, the lack of pressure of the industry is worth it for me. I mean, I wish I was richer. I wish I was like working more and doing more and making more money. But I also am the kind of dude that the pressure of that, like seeing billboards that you're not on in your face every day, was getting to me, to be honest with you.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that gets to me, and I'm not even an actor.
Chris has to buy his own billboards. But yeah, you don't really see much of that in New York. You can blend in more, walk down the street, and people aren't being like, oh, Mindy Project, or this guy.
Yeah, not that everyone's like fucking going nuts over the Mindy Project, but like, you know, I can't walk.
I mean, it's you're no Letterman getting spotted on the Bowery or something like that. But you're on network television for multiple seasons. People are going to be like, hey.
Yeah, a little bit. And I don't mind that. I like that. I like being like any actor that's like, is like a fucking liar. But to me, that what New York is more selfishly what it does for me is that it like checks my ego a little bit. Like I'm around my family. I have to deal with their shitty problems. I have to deal with my like shitty family. I have to deal with my wife's shitty family. I have to like, you know, it's like, it's a little bit of like a key. I don't know. When I lived here, I like, you know, it was very easy to be like, what's that? Dad's going crazy. Okay. I have a 3 with Seth Rogen. You know, it's like, which is great. And, you know, I love having 3 o'clocks with Seth Rogen. I have one this afternoon, but you know what I mean? Like
we're just going to ping pong some stuff, but good luck over there.
Yeah, it's like, let me know how Dad, are we institutionalizing him? Cause I guess I could fly mint.
Fly minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you're growing up over there in the Stuyvesant area, that's sort of the epicenter of you coming home and then your family calling you Hollywood instead of your name. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Like I grew up in Orange County, and I go down and see some of my friends, and like I had like a modestly sized DJ career, and they're like, "Oh, Hollywood coming down to hang out with the regular guy."
Oh, yeah. Well, I assume that you get a lot of that. I've never seen, besides acting, it's like acting and DJing are the 2 most attacked art forms that I've ever.
I think we're being generous. Art form is maybe a little rich for my blood.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. He's seriously, that guy's like probably worth millions of dollars. He's sitting there naked in Altadena or wherever.
If he was
and like Glendale, and like in like some like mid-century modern, and like, you know, like it's totally
Spanish, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So keeping it classy and more where the location is, but like regional. But no, you know what I'm saying. Like I think DJing is an art form because like I can't do it, and it's like obvious. But again, like everyone hits that, and weirdly also, strikingly, now I'm thinking about it, like
podcasting
and journalism. It's like those are things for some reason in America. People are like, I could do that if I wanted to.
Yeah, that is the vibe.
What do you do all day? You like stand on a mark. You got lucky. You won the lottery. You press play on your iPad. You get to hang out with a celebrity all day. It's like, I've heard so much of that. And you're just like, I don't know.
I mean, it's better than being a trash man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure, you know, it's like,
of course,
better than your job, loser, but it's still a job.
Yeah.
When you have those things where anyone thinks like I could do that, that's where the root of the issue is, because yes, everyone can DJ or act or have a podcast, you know, technically speaking, but you have to have that little special magical something that most people don't even realize what it is or how to harness it.
I mean, I think podcasting,
and they don't want to admit that they don't have it.
I mean, this is so like self-congratulatory. I mean, but sitting on a podcast, but like podcasting is hard. Like I really like, I look at people like who do this. It's hard work. Like you gotta get there. You gotta do the interview. You gotta get up for the interview. Like there are days when you're like, fucking fuck this shit, man. It's like, I don't want to talk to fucking whoever the fuck this is, who's like on the fringe of my brand. It's like, now I gotta risk everything on this motherfucker. It's like, it sucks. It sucks. It's hard. It's a dance. And the fact that like there are only so many that like bleed out of billions, to me, it's like, yeah, if you have a podcast and it's like that, you're doing something right. It's good.
Thank you, Adam.
You're welcome. I would also like to take this time to plug my positive cameo business. I'm doing positive cameos.
Okay.
So hit me up and I will just like lift your spirits.
So you mean you refuse to do a negative? It has to be a nice.
I will not do a negative cameo. It has to be nice. Yes, I will.
Are there a lot of negative cameos going on?
I don't know. I've never been on Cameo. I don't know. I have no idea.
If you did go on Cameo, obviously you're probably never going to do it. You're too cool of a guy, but you probably thought about, you know, what am I worth?
Well, first of all,
for a Cameo hit, am I a 50? Am I a 38? Am I a 90?
I haven't thought about it like that. Now I am, but I will say that those Cameo people are relentless.
To get you to onboard you.
Yeah, like they get your email, they get your phone number, they like drop pamphlets.
Really?
Yes. It's like, and it's like relentless. And like I've had like, you know, even like I called one time, I was like, I really don't want to do this, thank you. And then I got like call back. That was like, because I called, I like opened the door, and it was like psychologically, like I was like, what is happening? I'm being like,
your mom's like, I got a call from some Cameo.
yeah, but no, I actually think Cameo is fine. Like I see no problem with it, especially for people who can't make money in other ways at the time. Like I see it as fine, but I think for someone like me, I don't understand it because it's like I have a quote to show up in front of a camera that I worked like years and years for, and I got through a union, and you know what I mean? And like, I like doing union work so that I'm paying my fucking dues so that everyone can get insurance and stuff, and that I can get insurance. And then it's like, I'm just going to go, well, for $75, I'll throw that away and be like, you know, Raul says white power, ha ha. Like, you know, it's like, I don't, you know.
Well, they said only positive ones. But I mean, even,
you know what I mean?
Mark Jacobs.
Yeah.
Mark Jacobs will have his Mark by Mark Jacobs, his diffusion line.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just doing a diffusion line for your acting.
Yeah, maybe it is my essentials. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to make sure.
Yeah.
You got to make sure your cameos have long strings on them. You know, I think that'll really set you apart from the other cameos.
Yeah, Linda in Kentucky can't pay your day rate. Okay, she's no Warner.
Well, like I saw this one project.
She's no Peacock.
I saw this one project with this guy, this like young filmmaker who's definitely some like Rastafarian kid who's like, I paid $150,000 to have a movie be made through these 4 or 5 people's cameos.
Whoa.
First of all, like, not going to watch that at all. No way. And 2, why do you pay them? Pay me. I'm a fucking actor. I went to the fucking actor studio. Trained. You fucking paying Dean Cain for?
Well,
like there are actors like like you're playing Tan Mom, like $25K for your bit. You know, it's like, but she has $25K now. And it's in the union. So great.
Every time I see a billboard with Pauly D DJing in Vegas, I feel the same exact way of like, but that's not what it's about, you know? It's about...
It's about a culture that... Yeah, it's about the vacuum of culture and like just suck it all up and that's great and whatever. It's fine. But for someone like me, it doesn't quite make sense.
Have you purchased them before?
No. I had one purchased for me. I don't know if I could tell this story because it's a little insidery and I do want my career...
Nope. Sorry, we don't. So go ahead.
All right, yeah, it's fine. Yasser for my birthday bought me a Mark Duplass cameo.
Wow. I like that. That's good.
Couldn't have been more on brand and perfect gift.
When Yasser's on, he's so fucking funny.
Oh my God, he is the funniest motherfucker on the planet. And like I do think like we watched it back and I do think Duplass knew what was up. The way he was reading it, it was like, Adam, this is from your good friend Y. He says that you just need to keep going and don't worry about failure because positivity is the next street on that road. I think he knew that like what we were actually saying was that when Mark does that, it makes me want to throw up.
He knew. He definitely knew.
I think he knew. Yeah, he knew. And because I don't think I've seen as many like pure positive social media things since. So now I kind of feel guilty. Because maybe there was someone that was going to kill themselves, but like Mark saved them that day. And then if Mark
Duplass saves you from killing yourself, then you should kill yourself. That's my take on that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dude, it would take forever, and there would be a bunch of bad music along the way. I love you. I love you, Mark, when this hits the Google fucking alert you have.
I mean, if you look into the prices on Cameo, though, it is the range is wild.
Who costs the most? Like Chris D'Elia?
I could probably Google it.
I want to get Jason a Chris D'Elia now for sure. Chris D'Elia licking a pair of Yeezys, wearing G-Star jeans for Jason. That would get his little dick hard. No, I was looking into it Evan Dando is $200.
But see, okay, now we're into something. Now we're into a different world there, because that is not the Cameo that is in my head. Because like Evan Dando, I would pay $200 to go see Evan Dando.
Yeah, I would too. That's the thing. I got a Mark McGrath one as a gift, and I have to say
that's more on the other side.
I have to say the effort McGrath put in I was like kind of impressed, because I'm sure he does 10 a day.
He's a maestro.
I'm sure he does 10 a day, and he roasted me.
But that's like one of those compliments. That's like a tough compliment, though. It's like the effort you put in. Oof, that means that the skill.
That means Mark can't stop. Mark is sitting on millions and millions. He's good, and you're like, bro, why are you doing this? Why are you making your little?
Well, I think
he told you. He told you why he's doing this 25 years ago. He just wants to fly.
You can only get.
Has it been that long? Could you imagine?
You can only get to space you need money, so it's like he's got to
money,
keep up.
As we learned today.
Mark is he's coming for Bezos.
8.5B.
He's coming for Bezos.
Well, your Chris D'Elia joke was actually true. He's the most expensive person on Cameo, $50,000.
Look at that. Is that bail?
Caitlyn Jenner's $2,500, which is
I would pay $2,500 for Caitlyn Jenner.
But you can get Sarah Jessica Parker for $300 though.
Wait, Sarah Jessica Parker is $300.
Oh, now you're reconsidering your little policy, aren't you, Adam?
Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, is $1,200. Marlon Wayans is a rack, but Snoop Dogg $750.
Marlon,
none of this makes sense.
Marlon is doing it for a rack.
Gary Busey $350. Dick Van Dyke, he's 94 years old. He's $500. It's all there.
Yeah, but see, I get that. I get it when it dips over the line of like talent market need to like circus act, freak show, once in a lifetime thing. I understand that. But like seeing Dick Van Dyke, like a 96-year-old Dick Van Dyke, give you a personalized message, like, yeah, I get that. I get the worth of that money.
Yeah, someone's on the deathbed, you show it to him, and Dick, the phone's all shaking, and
it's like, and also it's like something you now have. It's like I understand the worth of that, and I understand the worth of Dick Van Dyke's talent in that area. And $500 to Dick Van Dyke, that's like a fucking lot of applesauce. He's probably psyched.
I think Van Dyke's doing just fine.
Maybe
not his teeth, but I think he's probably doing fine. Like
maybe.
Financially.
I mean, how many wives has Dick Van Dyke had?
Great point. Too many. No, he's broke. Great. I recant.
How many kids from different wives has he had? And how many kids went to school out of California State?
Damn, this is spoken like a man who has
thought about
kids.
it. Yeah,
you're thinking about the future. How many? I joked about this in the intro, but how many kids do you have? It's like a lot.
It's 3. Is that like a crazy amount?
Bro, you and I are the same age. Yeah, we're both born in 82.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I cannot fathom.
Well, I don't know, man. We've all made mistakes in different areas.
Well, how old is your oldest now?
He's 9.
What were you doing when you were 30? Where was the career at though?
I was on my 2nd season of Happy Endings.
Oh, so you were like, damn, all right, I'm on ABC, baby. These checks are coming in. You had a Lambo truck.
Had a lot of diaper money.
I didn't have a Lambo truck. I had a nice spot on Martell. And
Martell, what a street.
Now we're getting insidery.
It was a good house, but it was on Martell is a thoroughfare to the airport. It's just not good for kids. But it was a nice house. I had a pool and a casitas. Things were good. So we had Irish twins right away, and we had my mother died. It's not to get so intense, but like my mother died 10 days before my son was born, and it kind of fucked up my dealing with both good things and bad things.
Sure.
Very close together. So we had our second kid like right away by accident, like almost unhealthily close to the first one, because I think we were insane. We were like, both of us were like, it was almost like the first baby was not even like a thing. It just like happened. It was like over there. And then we had 2 babies.
So you're about your business.
Yeah, no, I get, I'm Spartan. we then, we moved back to New York, and we were kind of like, did we get divorced or have a kid? And we were like, let's make the divorce eventually harder. And so we had another kid. And I don't know, I grew up in a family of 3. My wife grew up in a family of 3. I really like it. I also, one of the things I really like about my life, like I'm obviously insane, but like I try to like have regular responsibilities so that I am not constantly thinking about myself, because I learned that like very early on. And then a couple times later that like I can be a monster.
Was there a point in the Hollywood arc where you were feeling yourself too much?
No, I think I was always humbled by circumstance, but there was a part where I was needing it too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No,
like I don't think I ever walked around like feeling it too much, but I definitely walked around thirsty.
Like the mental part, like you're just thinking about it constantly and like how to make it better or bigger.
Yes, like just like how to keep this train moving, like how to keep this money coming in, and how to keep your life like growing, bigger. Like
I'm hanging out at Aziz's house. How do I get to Tom Cruise's house?
Right. So you've seen the art I've been doing. Yeah, no, not like that. Like, but more just like, I had a super ambitious kid, like really ambitious, not that smart, but ambitious. And like, I wanted to be on the like Jewish Mount Rushmore, like that was my goal. And I kind of like,
who's on that? You, Woody Allen, who else?
No, I'm a little older. My Jewish Mount Rushmore is like Sandler, Stiller, Stewart, and Silverman.
That's cool of you to add a chick on the last minute.
I love her. I love her. Evolution. Like everything she does is like super authentic. I find.
Oh yeah, I actually just started listening to her podcast like 2 days
ago.
So
fucking good. Oh my god, it's like
really, really, really like it.
I was a late adopter too, and then I listened to it. I was like, whoa, she's like really onto something different than everybody else.
Is there like a premise or something, or is it just kind of a chat show?
She talks to normal people, and then she kind of like espouses her beliefs up and down, tells you about her life.
It's a little therapeutic. People will send in questions, and sometimes they're like regular ones, and sometimes they're like real serious, crazy ones, like suicidal shit and like wild stuff. And she will like, just the way that she helps people out in her own unique way is just like, whoa, I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
she's great.
Yeah, so I think that would be. I'm sure I'm missing some people. And those people are obviously influenced by like the great Jews that came before them, like.
Sure. But
that would be my Mount Rushmore. And I wanted to be that. I wanted to be that so bad. And I just like, it's like it's unnecessary.
You seem to be traveling with like a podcasting rig right here. Do you have a podcast of your own that I don't know about?
I have like,
or do you just guest appear on some?
I do guest on a lot of podcast, but I made a podcast with a friend of mine who I hadn't seen over the pandemic, where we like talk about basketball, and never advertise it that much at all, really, just to kind of like keep it afloat. And it was honestly made just because I hadn't seen my friend, and so we would just like talk about basketball. But no, I travel with because I so often lately will get like calls. People will be like, can you ADR this one line, or can you do this? And my phone just like not doing it anymore. And I'm like so sick of like people being like, what phone do you have? I'm like, it's fucking the same one you have. It's me. It's my fault.
There's obviously a lot of time left for you to be on the Jewish Mount Rushmore. Have you thought about a podcast idea to like kind of catapult you Mark Maron style later in your career?
No, that's not really what I want. I don't think. I love podcasts. I like listening to them, and I certainly like being on them and talking on them and stuff. But I don't know. It's not really what I want. What I wanted. Like, I like doing like projects and like not doing them anymore and doing a different thing. And, you know what I mean? And like, you can't really do that on a podcast. You have to
you're
like,
telling,
the whole thing of a podcast.
You're telling us, sweetheart. Yeah, we know.
Hey, honey, I was just saying how hard it is. I get it. I mean, you are trapped in two-tone colors and branded coffee. I mean, this is your life, guys. This is you. And the only way to keep it going is to show up every day.
I guess when you say it, when you said it like that out of your words and your mouth, I felt a tingle in my body, and I don't know if it was a good one.
Oh, I thought it was good. I think it's good. Like, to me, I guess that's one of the things that I've learned to ask about.
But this is our having kids to keep us in line from becoming monsters, I think.
That's a good thing, too. If you can find it in your work, then you don't have to keep anybody alive but yourself. And that's almost enlightenment right there. Not a lot of people are able to do that.
Yeah. Well, to do that healthily.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then it dips, you know, because there's no one pulling you back. So when that thing that is keeping you grounded takes off, and now that thing's not grounding anymore.
That's the situation. If we're being honest, that's the situation we're in right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I need to get humbled. In some other way.
We're McGrathing hard right now.
Really? Yeah. You know, you guys seem like you're on the top of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. It's if you couldn't tell by looking at us, then you probably couldn't tell. But yeah, we're on top of the world.
No, I mean, you guys' aesthetic is top notch. I mean, minimalism to it. I mean, it's just minimal.
Thanks. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe we're going for.
Chris, I've been kind of like slyly jacking your style for a while, a little bit.
Now we're cooking with gas. Go ahead, please.
Started with that orange Patagonia.
Oh wow, that's a sale find from like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Great jacket, $50.
So you were talking about like an orange, like a bright orange puffer, is what we're talking about.
Yeah, but the thing I love about it, and I have this, I found one similarly. I think it is like a 2012, maybe.
Yeah.
The thing I love about that one is like it's the jacket that it's like the on-set jacket for everybody always. Everyone's always got that same model Patagonia like in their fucking Prius, ready to be whipped out when it gets below 70 on set.
Yeah,
and like. The thing I love about it is when I whip out mine, it's like, fuck you, this is fucking bright orange.
Yeah, it's not an understated black or navy.
Yeah.
They do change those colors.
You can tell who's above the line.
They don't make those colors. They don't make that color. I mean, they rotate them, which is like a problem with all. I feel like Nike does the same thing where they make something great and they just don't make it anymore. And there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, I don't like Patagonia's new palette either. They're like a little bit like vineyard vinesy. They're like all of a sudden there's like pigs on my baggies. You know,
yeah. Well, I
sign
mean,
up for this.
Yeah, it's not the best. The problem is I've been trying to find a better pair of shorts since I found baggies, and
hard.
Honestly,
They're the best.
I did notice on I was looking at End yesterday, and Visvim launched a sport collection, and there's a pair of $400 plain navy shorts that look to be a contender, and I might pull the trig.
Couple questions up top. What's our inseam and what's our panty liner?
Well, you're going 5-inch.
I think they might be. I mean, I would get them tailored if they weren't, or make them shorter, but I believe they're around 5, and I believe they're unlined. The unfortunate part is the model is 6'1", like 175, and he's wearing a large. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
It's the most confusing stats.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze.
How Visvim didn't name it Vuvu Vemen.
There's still time. Okay, there's still time. Who knows if this will work or not? But
I can put you on a pair of good baggies if you want. I don't know if they'll hit the mark for you as hard.
What do you have?
Okay,
so there's this brand, Shades of Grey, the LA brand. You hear them?
I've heard of them.
They're really great. It's like their whole thing is like affordable.
Oh, you lost me at affordable, but continue.
We're out.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Tom Brown. I can't wear a $5,000 skirt right now.
Well, look, if I don't know what your shooting schedule.
I don't have Dan Levy 1 money. I don't have Schitt's Creek dough. Okay.
I thought I'm looking at your resume.
I'm looking at these shades of gray right now. The easy short.
So I got the white canvas and the teal baggy. If you were to post affordable, the reason they do it affordable is they don't make that much. They're like real eco style. Like we're only
one of those.
Yeah. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Well, also they're $90, which is double the cost of Patagonia, who's also eco. So step your game up, Shades of Grey, I say. But they do look good.
That pair I gave Jason, the Valence ones, Jason, the Arc'teryx, those are very nice. Those are pretty good, right? You wear those.
I have those. Those are good. Their pockets are. I hate the pocket situation.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I mean, I'm just gonna make them. I'm
just make a fucking regular.
I'm just gonna make a pair.
Who in Northern?
I've got friends in production.
I think the people that wear Arc'teryx Valiants, like, what are they're not using practical pocket stuff. They're like,
where do they put their phones?
No, they have a pack. They have a pack
on.
on. They have a pack on. They're not carrying
Right.
stuff in their pockets. They have like a hip bag. You know.
I gotta say, these Shades of Grey shorts are looking pretty primo.
Dude, I wouldn't put you on if I didn't. Think
Well, we know you're a little bit of a.
We had no doubts.
I did.
Well, I got the brand. I got the rec. I know you did, Chris. I know you've been a hater for a long time. I got the rec. from a stylist friend of mine, and I would not forward it if it wasn't.
Do you work with stylists, by the way? Like when you got red carpet shit, or do you?
No. I have in the past, like when I had like a run of stuff to do, and it's like too much. Like I can't do it. But for the last I haven't had a real junket like that in a while, so I tend to just do like one-offs by myself. I've worked like in the past. I've had really cool stylists like that are great. Then sometimes you like get hooked up with one, and you're like the tough thing with stylists and me is that the first fitting is always body shaming, and I have to. There's like an adjustment period where they have to get adjusted to the fact that it's like, oh, I didn't know we were dealing. They have to be like,
they're like, let's get that shirt off, and they're like, oh,
yes, exactly, and then it's like. The whole rack goes like gone. And then they're like, you know what? Then they go, you know what? I just got crazy. I just got a call. Do you think we could do this in like 2 days and I'll have my assistant go do another shot? Like that always has to happen. And it's like, I don't have the mental stability for that as I get older.
I mean,
do you have a healthy relationship with your body and your food and exercise?
Better. I just said better, healthier, better for sure. But it's always I was a chubby kid. Parents passed away early. It's like it's a struggle. But I'm better at it for sure.
Where are you working out in the city?
There's a gym in my building that is nice. Mask free right now, which is like, I don't like masks, but I've already been yelled at a couple times today in LA. It was like,
yeah, the mask just came back 2 days ago.
I might not come back. I might just stay gone until they fix it. I'm going to Atlanta. They don't know what masks are there. I don't need to.
No, Atlanta's no. They haven't been wearing masks the whole time. I shot something in Atlanta. It was like people were like pandemic.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they thought that was it.
Where's that spot?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is that downtown? Oh, yeah, I think I've been there.
Is that your Star Provisions?
Oh, now he's making Atlanta reference. Why do actors like it there? Because I feel like people are copping houses.
I love it there. The last time I was there for like 5 months making Champagne Ill, which was the best, my favorite thing I've ever done. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on YouTube TV behind a paywall.
I'm a member of YouTube TV.
Champagne Ill, as in like Illinois.
Yep. I created it with the Happy Endings guys. It stars me and Sam Richardson, and it's honestly it's not good to be like I love my stuff. Like this is my favorite thing I've ever done.
Okay.
And so we were shooting that a couple years ago down there, and I had this awesome Airbnb on the east side, and it was so great. I preferred it so much to like.
Atlanta's great. I'm more of a Buckhead guy, at this stage of my life. But I was historically an East Side guy.
Buckhead is like LA. I mean, Buckhead is just like the Lenox Mall. What else is in Buckhead? Chief. Like,
yeah, malls, expensive restaurants, good-looking people.
Yeah, but they're not like the good expensive restaurants. No, there's only that one good restaurant that serves burgers for like 2 hours.
Are you talking about the Varsity?
No,
I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat. I'm kidding. I don't eat meat, so I don't do all that.
Buckhead is like where you go into a seafood restaurant and see the whole cast of the Guillermo del Toro movie eating together.
What's the problem with that? What's so bad about that?
You're just like, fuck. You're like, fuck this fucking Del Frisco's.
Maybe you're thinking of
No,
Ruth,
shout out-
Ruth Chris, but there is no Del Frisco.
No, shout out. There is a Del Frisco's. There is a Del Frisco's.
Because you've been
right
there.
in front of the. Fuck, I've stayed at the fucking Mandarin, and it's right in front of it.
Yes, that's true.
So
That's
I know
true.
that.
That's true.
Suck on that, Chris.
Shout out if you are. Are you going to Atlanta next week?
I'm from there.
I know, but are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah.
Have you done the Little Trouble Marcel?
Yeah.
That's my favorite. I've spent.
It's great.
That's like the best eating.
Yeah.
Marcel is so good.
No, Atlanta's the food.
Why didn't you do? Why I don't know about any of this stuff, Chris. Why don't you?
Because I got other shit I would rather do. Because when you're from, you know how it is. When you're from somewhere,
thank
you've
You're
got
from there. You want to show them the shit. Yeah.
we've got old shit you want to go to, and that's like relatively.
Yeah,
new.
we went to 4 different smoothie places. It was a taste of Atlanta.
Look. You're
Upbeat.
better off. You're better off going with me.
Chris, let me see your upbeat punch card.
I do. I'll be hitting upbeat hard. You know, upbeat. They
Oh
know
yeah,
me.
fucking.
Chris,
I went in
Chris
the other day. They're like, Chris just got here. We're fucking out of everything.
If you want flax, just turn around.
We're out of flax. I mean, yeah, everybody. It's pretty.
So Pally, I need to go back to you. You said with your respect and adoration and following of the career path of Chris Black, it seems like you're more aware.
No, I'm not.
When you agreed to do this, I was like, oh, sick. Adam Pally's going to do this podcast. But now it feels like you actually know who we are.
Oh yeah, no. I listen to the podcast. I became aware of you guys through Yasser actually, because I know Chris and Yasser are friends, and I don't. If you're friends with Yasser, I assume that you have to be either like morally good or funny. And then I found out neither was the case. So I was like, whatever. Yeah.
Which one? I don't know.
Neither. I got neither here. Yeah, no. So I was a fan of the podcast. No, but I'm online. I can see your guys' shit.
I'm pretty impressed actually with how tapped in you are for a guy that works and has 3 kids. I feel like there's only so much time in the day, you know?
Well, what else are you supposed to stare at my phone all day? What the fuck else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Good point.
I just flew 6 hours. Like I literally looking at my phone the entire flight, then got in the car, was looking at my phone, took the COVID test, was looking at my phone. Like I basically just was taken from an apartment to another apartment.
How long are you in LA? What's on the docket?
I'm shooting something till Friday. And then
Like
I gotta head home
just a little guest spot? Like what are we talking
guest
about?
guest spot for a buddy. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it yet because I don't think the show has been announced. But
Okay,
a little
sure,
guest
sure,
spot for a buddy. Yeah.
Welcome home, bro.
Thank you.
Do you
It's
know
nice
your
to-
do you know your lines, or where are we at?
No. Actually, I don't know my lines, and there's so many of them. There's so many. I was like, you said get spot. That's like, but no, it'll be fine.
Is your hair blonde for this role, or is this?
No, I had another role early in the summer that I did it for, and then my plan was to like chop it all off, but then I had like a real life. Chris is right. Like I was like, actually, I need this adoration and people talking to me about something. I need it.
You need it. Okay, so can we see the hair? Because I just see one little
Yeah, I mean,
lock.
it's not.
Take off your
secret
Apple
anything.
headphones.
It's not great.
Damn.
Damn,
What
bro.
band are you in? It looks good.
I'm getting
Thank you.
post lap band Maddie Matheson hair.
I feel post lap band. Is he post lap band?
No.
No, you. I'm saying that's what you are looking like. Your head.
Me now. I was like, holy shit, he's got to go back. No, my lap band.
He needs his size.
do. I feel like I
Did you get a lap band? No, you didn't.
No.
Okay.
I need a chin band.
This is the question. This is a question I have though. When are we going to get a Kumail style HGH Adam Pally moment?
Thank you, Chris. Seriously, like, thank you for asking me that, for boosting my ego enough to believe that could be possible. So thank you.
Why not?
I don't. Well, I'm Jewish, and the percentage of Jews that happens to is very, very small.
When you say that happens to, you mean getting swole and brolic? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, like Kumail did it. Kumail did it because they were like, "Here, we'll pay you $10 million," right? Like, I don't know if that's the real amount of money, but it's like, "Here, we'll change your life economically and your family's life economically, and all you have to do is take that charm and all the comedic knowledge that you've learned, and then get fucking jacked and stop drinking beer, and you have to do it for 5 years."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, I'll do that. But if that offer wasn't on the table, Kumail's jaw wouldn't look like it fucking opened a soda. You know, like.
No, of course.
If that wasn't there,
I'm saying though, I think that I think that you're right.
I don't think it's in the cards.
You could become part of the Marvel universe.
I am. First of all, I am part of the Marvel universe. So fuck you. Secondly,
from what, buying comic books, or were you in a movie?
Gary the cameraman, Iron Man 3, stole that scene or ran away with it, made a career off it.
I'm sorry, I've never seen any of those movies, so I didn't realize.
No, it's fine. No, I'm
an Iron Man fan.
I wish I was more. I wish it was like a real part of the Iron Man universe and not just like a joke. But I just don't see it. I think maybe in my old age it would be nice if I could like pull like a, Kurt Russell style, like, oh, he's someone's dad thing. But I just don't.
So do you just like beer that much? Is that what it is?
I don't even drink beer. No, I have gluten intolerance.
Yeah, but you're smoking the loud pack for sure, and I know you're hitting the Cheetos.
I smoke loud, yeah. Smoke loud all day.
So now I know why he came to Cali for just a couple
for the
days
Kush. For the Kush.
Yeah, to load up on my PAX pods.
PAX pods.
I'd buy 1,000 PAX pods and ship them home.
That is smart. So are you a PAX man? I like PAX.
No, I don't like the PAX. It's not. It's like nothing. It's like you might as well just like walk around there.
Have you tried Seth Rogen's weed yet? No,
yeah.
Since you guys are broskies.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. I'm sure, right?
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I can't smoke.
It's mid.
It's not mid. No, it's not mid.
No, Seth doesn't blow mid.
No,
bro.
Seth doesn't blow mid. No, but I can't smoke flower in my situation much because there's like kids in the house all the time, and I live in New York, so it's like
you don't have like daddy's little area.
I do have daddy's area, but like I'm ashamed to say it, or not ashamed. I'm okay with it. I've moved on to like a fancier dabbing lifestyle.
Oh, so you got the meth torch out.
I don't have the meth torch out. I have the Puffco hot knife and the Puffco like
hot knife
rig.
Bro, that's heroin shit.
We doing knife hits, baby.
That's heroin shit.
I don't care. Don't care. Not heroin.
You're trying to hit it hard and quick.
Yeah, I like it hard and I like that, like kind of like, all right, let's keep it going, kids. Dad's got to go to the bathroom. All right, what are we up to?
So yeah, when you're in New York, daddy's little area, you can't just sit there, kick your feet up on the desk with a fucking swisher and just.
Yeah, and I can't really go down. And I can't really go down on stairs anymore like I would when I was a kid because it's like.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, so I try to keep it kind of low key.
And then when you're here, you're traveling. It's it's tough to smoke weed in the hotel room.
Yeah, I don't like smoking weed in the hotel room, but I will. But I have a little like dab kit that I'll break out. I'll make my little Ease. I'll text Ease.
You up, Ease?
You up?
Ease blesses you with the 15% off?
No, I don't use Ease. I only use a black owned.
Thank you for doing that.
Oh shit.
What time of the day are we smoking some of that black owned flower?
What do you mean?
You morning, afternoon, night, all day long. Don't matter. For listeners at home, he shook his head in a circle.
I understand.
I think to signify every hand on the clock.
He threw that thing in a circle, and we're talking about his head. We're not talking about his caboose.
I don't understand the question. No, I mean I'm not like compulsive, but I enjoy it. Yeah, I feel like again, it's like a cultural aged Northeastern Jew thing. It's like my cousins were all like this and they still are. And it's like, you just kind of go like, oh, is that me? And then it is you, and now it's like, if someone were like, do you want to stop something? You'd be like, fucking no. Why?
It makes stuff better.
Yeah. Like why?
I guess, yeah, you, I mean, most people are able to just do it and not have it turn into a gateway drug into something harder. You and I'm sure you and all
must be nice.
Must be nice. Yeah, it must be nice. I feel like those gateways were open for a long time, so it's like this was just kind of like that's like a yeah. Drugs are great. Drugs are great, and they shouldn't be illegal, but they also are dangerous and fuck you up. Be careful.
Damn, that's facts.
Facts. I just spit some hard. That's like, can you print that on a t-shirt? That's like that Virgil Abloh put a shit on Pyrex quote.
Drug Drugs are sick, but also
dangerous.
Can be dangerous.
Drugs are sick, but also dangerous. Be careful. Peace. Deuces.
When you're walking around town, how often do you get picked up by somebody romantically? Is that something that happens to you a decent amount?
No.
Not counting online, not counting DMs.
No.
It just doesn't happen to you at all?
No. I'm not really
I feel
like
that stuff doesn't happen anymore. And it's not because of you being a celebrity, but something like that happened to me yesterday.
What?
And I couldn't remember.
Fella?
That is an amazing. Holy shit! That's a fucking. My ego would be like, what? Like,
Was it a chick? Was it a chick or a fella though, Jason?
who cares?
It was a chick.
Whoa!
Hell yeah.
Oh, hold on. Was she Asian?
Not Asian.
Let's go.
She was Middle Eastern.
That
Oh,
was fully anti-Semitic. Fully anti-Semitic.
where did this? What mall?
But I was playing tennis. I was playing tennis solo.
Holy shit! So she saw you and not like your Sunday best.
Yeah. I was playing at Glendale Community College, and I think they have like a nursing pre-program type of thing there, maybe a dental school or something like that. Because she was wearing some scrubs,
Like scrubs.
and she was parked there, and then
This literally sounds like porn.
yeah, and I had my lobster ball machine, so I'm over here
Looking like
I
a
got
pro.
my polo on.
Looking like a pro.
I'm hitting my balls, and she comes over and she's like, "Are you a coach?" And I was like, "No, I'm not a coach."
Damn,
She's
what
like,
a
"Oh,
bad
wow."
line.
And she's like, "Well," and then she said, "Do you ever want somebody to play with sometime because you're playing alone?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh man, I think this is not a tennis question. This is a
Yeah, she wanted to play with something
romantic.
else. She wanted to play with TJ's pool cue.
yeah." She wanted to grab the Yonex.
Long grip.
I let her down easy. I was just like, but it got me thinking, like, I don't know the last time, especially because of the quarantine, pandemic, all that shit, when somebody like, hey, like, are you single? Like a pickup.
Was she bad though? Was she bad?
I wouldn't say she was bad.
What kind of car was she in? A Kia?
I don't know. It was just the scrubs.
An ambulance.
I
She was
didn't.
driving an ambulance.
Just a standard ambulance. I mean, nothing fancy.
Wow.
I was like, all right, yeah, I'm not gonna date you, but on the way out, light them up a little bit. She lit them
yeah,
up.
get me through this intersection. I gotta get through Colorado.
Damn, Jason.
Pally knows his
That
shit.
only happens to me with fellas, if it happens at all.
Yeah, it's more of a fella thing, isn't it?
It is a fella thing. It doesn't really. It hasn't happened to me in a long, long time. But I would welcome it. It would be great. It would feel really good.
Was there confusion? Was there confusion about your sexuality after playing a gay character?
Maybe I didn't feel any like from the outside. I didn't feel like
There
people,
wasn't.
like
There wasn't an
dipping
uptick.
their like.
The sauna
Yeah,
was
there
fine.
wasn't
Probably
like
just more of a. So you're saying there's a chance.
yeah, people weren't
yeah.
like dipping their toe in, but like maybe I don't know. I definitely feel like I have more like friends because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially in the comedy community, like, like I think people were like way more willing to like bring me into the fold because of it. Like,
I need to reveal myself now that, I need to reveal myself as a Happy Endings watcher.
no way.
Oh yeah. I watched
Fucking look at the alpha dog coming down to the beta.
I watched the program. I loved the program. I mean, it was also one of
Oh,
those
thank you. Yeah.
but it was also one of those shows, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember this exactly, but it was on for a couple seasons and then it got canceled, but then it was like the fans wanted it, like it was going to get brought back. Did it get brought back?
Yeah. Never did.
It didn't, but that was like what was happening, correct? It was going to
That was for sure the trajectory. Yeah. It was one of those. It was like a cult hit and that's kind of where it stayed.
like never should have been on ABC. If it was on Netflix or whatever. It would
Yeah.
have
I don't know. Yes.
Like a Parks and Rec kind of situation.
Yeah, kind of a little Parks and Rec, definitely had their time. Yeah, it was something like that. I think also like 6 young leads, when the show got canceled, it was
You
like,
ever heard of a little show called Friends?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like, so when it got canceled, everyone else was like, okay, peace. Like, I'm going to go work. Like, not everyone else was like, oh, please start it up. People were like, okay, well, it's time to go work now.
Yeah.
But I think we would all like love to do it again. So funny. So fun. I work with David, the creator, all the time. My next show's with him too.
Oh, really? So you have a new show coming out. Are you in it? Did you create it with him? What's the vibe?
I created it and wrote it with him, and I'm in it. But that's kind of all I can.
Okay, well, again, since we do this with any guest that gives us this option, if you need any podcasters or kind of just like waiters, you know what I mean, for just a scene or two here and there, I am available.
Yeah. Are you guys looking to act? I mean, I feel like that is a lateral move right now.
We're looking to.
It's a step down. I've done a lot of extra work in my day, but yeah, it would be a little bit of a step down.
Honestly,
and just in terms of financial deals.
Yeah.
To me, where I see you guys going next is like a Vegas residency.
I like where your head's at. Jason's a big Vegas guy because he could just DJ at Excess and then we walk across.
That's what I'm saying. And then you do like Sunday pod brunch at Delilah's.
You're hired.
You know what I'm saying?
You're hired. Yeah.
Bottomless mimosas at Delilah's.
I'm your guy. Yeah.
I mean, we do treat this podcast like a musical project, even though we're not making the music. So it would make sense to perform at a brunch.
Honestly, that's so funny. It would be so funny to do like a full brunch performance at Delilah's with your coffee and with like an awesome guest, and then like the Kid Leroy does a song. And we all go home.
Yeah. We have a very difficult interview with Chief Keef for 7 minutes. Yeah. The Kid Leroy comes out, does an acoustic set. He has sound issues from the beginning.
But honestly, it doesn't matter because the Bloody Marys are bottomless. And
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's $100 bottomless. Valet is $25. But I think we could. Yeah,
because they do like live pods at UCB and shit. It's at like 10 o'clock at night. But no one's really doing.
Like, holy shit, Draymond Green is over there.
Draymond at the pod would be cool.
Training with the Olympic team, and he came to hear it. I don't think he knows what he walked into.
I'm just fucking with these guys. So, who do you want in the finals? You a Suns guy? You a Bucks guy?
I was rooting for Chris Paul, but I honestly don't. I'm a Knicks fan, so
don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, don't have a dog in the fight, and I like the games. They're fine, but they're like, I don't know, whatever. I'm bored.
Your review of basketball.
You sound a little pouty for such an NBA fan. What's going on?
I like games.
Yeah.
I'm
bored. I mean,
my brother's the same way.
Like, it's just boring. It's like, great, go Milwaukee. Like, I don't know, whatever. Both of these cities kind of suck. Milwaukee's terrible. Phoenix is like fucking death on earth. I don't know, whatever. I'm glad that Arizona turned blue, but Phoenix sucks. I spent a lot of time in Phoenix. And
yeah, I've never been to Milwaukee, but I think I'd like it a shitload more than Phoenix.
Hell yeah. Milwaukee's way better than Phoenix, but Milwaukee's also dangerous.
Milwaukee's not bad. No, Phoenix is. Yeah, I've never been to Arizona, but I'm looking to go.
Don't.
Arizona's great. I mean, I went to the University of Arizona in Tucson for 2 years, and Arizona's great.
That explains the hair.
Yeah, now at 40, that explains the hair. It hit me now.
Delayed gratification. You're an edger.
Yeah, it's been I can't wait to blow this load. All over the fucking Sunset Marquee.
You would be the first one to blow a load at the Sunset Marquee.
No, trust me. You can see it on my sheets. The room is not clean.
If these walls could scream.
No, it's not mine.
Hey, man. Daddy's on vacay. It's okay. It's all part of the job.
I come in with a black light. and I do the whole.
You're one of those.
I want to know what it's like, man.
And if there's not enough cum,
then I add to it.
This one doesn't have enough. Is there a different room, perhaps?
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to call down for a different room. That's a given.
All right. Well, thanks for potting with us, Pally.
Thank you guys so much.
We truly appreciate you taking the time.
We really do.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm a fan, and I am sorry that I was moving around and stuff, but I'm so happy to get to do it.
We make concessions for our famous guests, so feel lucky.
Well, I look forward to hearing who those famous guests will be.
No.
Don't worry, we have a lot on the docket.
You're not like some dumbass writer at the fucking New Yorker or some loser magazine. You're a real cool celebrity.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Know me, Bryce Shop.
No, we would never talk
about
fired. Never not.
No, we know me Hive over here, of course.
Oh yeah, no, I'm big know me Hive.
Speaking of, what's your relationship? Just quickly before we go, what's your relationship with John Mayer?
I don't have one.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know. I didn't know if he was just in your iPod.
He's like, I follow him on Spotify. That's
I mean, I like the new aesthetic.
I didn't know if it was in your iPod Nano or maybe you had his cell phone number. I didn't know where it can go either way.
Well, it wouldn't be the strangest thing in the world.
No, I do seem like the type that would be. I mean, I know him like in passing. I listened to a couple of the songs. I like what he's doing, I guess.
We don't care about the music. We just want to know if you've been at the table with him and Novak.
Well, yeah, no, I've been at that table. No, I've been at that table.
Okay.
It's boring.
I'm not surprised. On that note, thank you, Adam Pally, and everybody look for Adam's new stuff. He's acting everywhere, wherever acting is sold.
And I'm gonna go check out Champagne Ill.
Oh, dude,
only available on
YouTube TV. Thank you.
Love it.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you again, guys. Later.
We'll talk to you later on.